we're now getting ready for our Waitomo caves. Not rafting. Cave-in tour thing. Either way, it sounds epic. We're doing it with... I don't know if you see that. The legendary Blackwater Rafting Co. And it's the Black Abyss tour, so if you ever want to do it, there you go. Oh, it looks quite cool. Look at the glowworms in the photo. It will never be like this, but I guarantee it'll look nothing like that. But it's exciting! Exciting! Yeah, it says abseil, zipline and climb. Well, hopefully we won't die. We've just come back from our caving experience. It was really good. You sort of like go down into literally abseil about 35 metres, there you go. 35 metres straight down. You have to like fit through a gap and you're obviously in control. And then there's like a lot of cave-in, like climbing through things, and then it's very wet because it's like almost like an underwater river there. And you do like tubing, so you jump off like say 4 meters, and like just jump into your tube and you go all the way underwater and then come back up. And then there was also like some slides and all those types of things. It was really good, and there was also like some free climbing as well at the end. It had everything. It was very, very good, very, very cool. And the glowworms were so beautiful, so pretty in the pitch black cave. It literally looks like you're looking up at the night sky. Another idiot's guide to glowworms. So glowworms have a lifespan of around 6 to 9 months. There you go. They eat flies and like mosquitoes. So the larvae from the flies and mosquitoes kind of get into the cave through like the waterways, and then once they hatch in the flies, they're drawn to the lights and the bottoms of the glowworms. They go to the light, and the glowworms have like a little, almost like a fishing line that's quite sticky and like mucousy. So the flies like fly to the light, get stuck in the mucousy fishing line almost that comes off the worm, and then the worms suck them up and eat them and get rid of the husk. If it's a big fly though, the worms drill a hole into the eyes of the fly while it's apparently still a bit alive and paralysed. Then they insert an acid which liquefies the insides of the fly, and then they slurp it all up. So and also then once their 6 to 9 months is up and they've had eaten their flies and they've had their glowworm life, they transform into, was it a fly or was it transform into something, so that they can, and they live for 5 days once they transform, just so they can shag. So they transform for 5 days just so they can go and mate. And when they mate and they have eggs, they might have like 20 or so. The eggs, the first one that hatches, eats their brothers and sisters so that they can live. That's their food. So that then they grow, they get their light, and they start attracting the flies, and then the cycle continues. So there you go. The gruesome life of the beautiful glowworm. Isn't Mother Nature lovely? So we can actually do the Tongariro Crossing today, finally. 3rd time's lucky. But it's 5 AM, and because we're in Rotorua, we've got to drive about 2 hours back to Tarangi. Oh, I'm tired. I don't want to do this, but it'll be good. I'll get eudaimonia, you know, after you do something difficult and you feel like, yes, that's good. I feel good about myself. You know, meaning in the suffering, all that type of thing. It's about an 8-hour hike-ish. We've got 2-hour drive there, 8-hour hike, and then 2-hour drive back. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day. One way you'll look back on and you'll be like, wow, I'm glad I did that. But during it, you'll think, why am I doing this? Just started the hike, the Tongariro Crossing hike. So far, so good. It's a bit cloudy, as you can see. Look how great it is. So we're expecting some rain today. I think from like 10 AM. Hopefully not too much. It's supposed to be quite uphill at the start. I think you go up to like 1,618 meters, I think, and then it's sort of progressively down, and then quite sharply down at the end. And someone I spoke to said that it's quite a difficult part because it's quite a lot of knee joints, isn't it? There's some weird person behind me. They keep following me.
Excuse me. You didn't pay your entry ticket.
You followed me 5k to tell me that. We're 5k in, How are you feeling, Claire?
Good.
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 I think I'm feeling good as well.
I feel like we're not quite at the steepest part yet.
But I feel like we filled a lot of the time with our two favourite topics, which mine's politics and yours is the NHS.
We didn't really talk that much about the NHS. It's mostly just politics.
Okay, well the next 5k will be the NHS. The thing that's beautiful about this walk is just the views all around you.
Look at the top.
Just absolutely breathtaking. Turn back. About, I don't know, 9k, I think, no, 10k. Quite a steep bit now, we've just done, we're still just going up.
My god. This was worth it for the views alone.
Wow. Wow. Before the clouds come back. And it's gone. I think one of the more difficult parts of the walk is the fact that it's so loose underfoot, so you just literally have to accept that you're going to slip at some point. But look at that view. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Worth the 60 mph cold winds.
Show me.
The only problem with the sliding technique. We're now at the lakes and we've come from all the way up there. Not so fun in the rain and you can't see anything. But this is about growth. We're about 15 kilometres in. The rain has let up, thankfully, because with the cold winds, which were quite strong, and then the rain, it was not good at all. Well, it's better now, although you still can't see pretty much anything. But there is, I promise, nice views of the lake somewhere over there. Good thing about the track though is there's every hour there's like toilets, so you don't have loads of like litter or toilet paper or crap around the track, because there's actually toilets every hour, which is great. Everywhere in New Zealand you'll find these buggers. They make a right racket. Absolute racket. There you go, you can see it now. Nice backdrop there. Not a bad backdrop. Even if he is making a racket. Yay! We made it to the end of the Tongariro Crossing. It's very, very cool. Just like the change in landscapes, you go from like almost like barren, and you go over mountains, and there's like fumaroles, like volcanically active mountains and all that type of cool stuff. And then you go to like a forest and there's like a waterfall. There's such a different change of terrain. We've also experienced every bit of weather. We've had sun where it's hot, had to take your coat off. Then it was absolutely freezing rain and really fast wind coming at you, so it was pushing you back as you were trying to go up. So make sure the coat's on. I think tips would be bring toilet roll, because I don't have any. Layers, like just make sure you've got enough that like you won't be cold and that you feel like you're going to be okay, because it's surprisingly cold once you get up there. And then the other one was, if you've got walking poles, bring them, because when you go down after the summit, the crater, which is the coolest part, so you get a beautiful view, it's very, very, very slippy. So don't do what I did and slipping and sliding down. I think the crossing, all in all, because we bought the shuttle from Ketetahi car park, that you start there, it drives you to the start, and then you do the walk, and now we're walking to our car. That costs about $60 each, so £30. in British money, which is okay. It's not too bad for a parking space all day and obviously the shuttle. But my watch caught, I don't think any of it because it died. So none of it counts. Everything, the 20 kilometers just walked actually didn't even happen if you haven't got the either Strava walk or steps to show it. Tip for you all, if you want to do any sort of long active workouts, don't get an Apple Watch. We are now at Kaituna Cascades and it looks like we're going to be able to use our DJI or GoPro thingy. So we should have some good footage from that. Looking forward to this. There are loads of little rapids on the Kaituna Cascades which are good fun, like this one. And for the mini waterfalls you can actually swim under. So your team swim you down and it feels a bit like you're going to drown but you don't. Good fun to be fair. You get to dive into the water like a scuba diver too. And it's surprisingly warm. We didn't wear wetsuits, we only wore these fleece things. And this is the 7-metre waterfall I was crapping myself about. Beautiful landscape, but I'm not thinking about that. You can in theory get sucked under, and then if you try and swim out it actually sucks you under more. That was the last look before I took the camera down, hoping it doesn't wallop me in the face as I hit the water. And do I die? That's the question. I don't, we make it out, yay! After a long look at my knees. Then we're watching the team go down and boo if they don't fall out.
Everyone boo. How many whistles were there then? There's been 2. I didn't hear any. Oh, have you not? There's been 2. There's been 2? Oh, yeah. Oh shit, let's go. Can we just go? Yeah. Well, he's gone, so let's go.
Here we couldn't figure out whether to go or not, and then I said I had 2 whistles, so you know I can just jumped in, fair play. This is a rapids you can swim down head first, and I was again crapping myself because I thought I was going to smash my head or my knees or anything on a rock. And you'll see in the video, I do come quite close, but I don't actually smash my head, thankfully. It proper sucks you around when you come out the other end, but I do not drown again, which is another positive. It was honestly so much fun, and if you do go to New Zealand, definitely do this. It was one of the best things that we did when we went.